And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. Isaiah 2 verse 2. Welcome to the audio ministry of Mountaintop Prayer Global Assembly with Evangelist IG Newman, a man anointed of God to put an end to satanic activities via his global prayer outreach. God bless you as you listen and pray.
I have a witness in my spirit.
Yes, sir.
The cry that the devil wants you to cry, that enemy will so cry that cry.
Amen.
A witness in my spirit. That voice begging you to crash. That voice before the end of today. That voice will not only be silenced, that voice will perish.
Amen.
There is a voice speaking into families here.
Yes, sir.
But I stand on this altar to declare that voice that is calling your name and your family name for destruction.
Professor.
Today, that voice is terminated forever.
Amen.
I prophesy over your head.
I receive.
Your head will carry breakthrough and carry testimony.
Amen.
There is someone here. The enemy that killed your father want to take another person. But the witness the Lord said I should tell you.
Yes, sir.
That enemy making that plot will perish and the blood will be split on the road.
Amen.
That voice saying it will never happen. It will never happen. The Lord said I should tell you.
Yes, sir.
That the voice of God upon this altar is
yes, sir.
audible, not powerful. That negative voice. And I declare right now as I
receive
between now and the next few weeks.
Yes, sir.
You will see God at work in your life.
Amen.
And I declare right now,
I receive.
I turn the battle in your life around.
Amen.
The battle you are going through, I turn it around.
Amen.
I turn it around.
Amen.
I turn it around.
Amen.
Turn it around.
Amen.
Turn it around.
Amen.
Turn it around.
Amen.
I turn it around.
Amen.
Look at me, everyone here. There are three kinds of things that happens in battle. There are battles you fight yourself.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? There are battles your prophets fight for you.
Yes, sir.
And there are battles the Lord himself fights for you.
Yes, sir.
Today, these three battles, the one you fight for yourself, the one your prophet fight for you,
yes, sir,
and the one that God himself fight.
Yes, sir.
Now, they remain the two outside your home.
Yes, sir.
I activate it on this altar within 24 hours.
Amen. Yes, sir.
And I declare for you,
yes, sir,
within 24 hours, your prophet voice and your voice of your God will speak for you.
Amen.
It's time to receive.
Yes, sir.
And that's why the scripture is in his presence there is fullness of joy.
Yes, sir.
Every one of you that is connected to this presence, I declare a fresh atmosphere of miracle.
Amen.
I declare atmosphere of power.
Amen.
I declare atmosphere of wonder.
Amen.
If that your amen is not, receive it now.
Amen.
This is the beginning of the program. Pulling down every satanic altar. I want to announce to you, your escape will take the devil by surprise.
Amen.
The kingdom that held you bound will not know how you escape.
Amen.
They didn't know how Jesus came out from the grave.
Yes, sir.
In the power of the grave, could not hold him.
Yes, sir.
And they couldn't know when he left the grave. I am here to declare,
I receive.
no witch or wizard, no satanic force, no demonic kingdom that held you or your family bound, they will not know how you will escape. Open your Bible, everybody. Let's just take this reading together. Open your Bible to the book of Psalms chapter 40 verse 7 and Matthew chapter 26 verse 24. Tell your neighbor you are welcome. Tell your neighbor this week is your own. Do you believe it's your own? If you believe it's your own week, let me hear your amen. Anytime we gather here to pray, something is about to happen. And as I'm speaking now, someone is about to be freed. I say someone is about to be freed. I want to declare that what I want to share with us just in a moment to exhort us is one, breaking out or pulling your destiny out of satanic cage. There are cage. Cage is a bar that is used to help someone. There are ones that could cage someone full. There are ones that will use to cage your leg. There are ones that can cage your hand. But what matters is that the cage is used to bound human beings. And then we're talking about caged destiny. If there is a battle going on in your life, it's the battle over your destiny. Battle over the soul of your destiny. The devil wants to see you a failure. He wants to make sure you didn't fulfill that divine purpose of God. And your destiny is what heaven has said concerning you. Anytime you see a young lady moving aimlessly, is a sign and a picture of someone whom the devil has vowed that this lady will not fulfill dream. Anytime you see a man walking aimlessly on the way, is a sign that the devil has vowed that the soul and the destiny of this child, of this young man, will not be fulfilled. Anytime you see confrontation in people's life, is a confrontation over their destiny. There are many that left different towns to different towns, yet looking to fulfill their destiny, yet they have not actualized it. And there are people who have entered into the grave not fulfilling their destiny and purpose. There are people still alive, they have not even discovered the purpose where they are here. Because your destiny is the reason why you are here. You are not here only to eat and drink. There is an assignment heaven said about you. And one of the things we are going to deal with now, just in a few moments, is not up to 30 minutes. We will pray, is that any cage holding my life, any cage holding your destiny, that before this man will drop this microphone, let that cage break by fire. Psalm number 40 verse 7. Can we read it together? Have you found it? It's a serious scripture. Look at it in the Bible. Then you can look at the screen. Though, then he said, I come in the volume of the book. It is written. There is a book written of you. There is a book, and that is the book of destiny. And then look at what Jesus said in Matthew 28:26 verse 24. Look at what Jesus said in Matthew 26 for you to see the combination of this reading. Matthew 26 verse 24a. Look at what the scripture said there. Then Jesus declared, are you there? Son of man. Are you there? Son of man, goeth as it is written of him. Are you there? Look at it. He said, Son of man, goeth as it is written of him. So there is something written. And the first one where we read said, I come in the volume of the book as it is written of me. Now Jesus is saying, the Son of Man goeth. Now something was written. Now he is going. Every one of you here today, hearing the sound of my voice, you are living here going to fulfill the thing that is written about you. Brethren, I want you to know it. It is word of note that the enemy, the devil, has a mandate to ensure that that thing written they did not come to pass. The enemy, if God have destined you to have 3 children or 4 children, and the enemy removed your fallopian tubes, you discover that the battle over the fulfillment of the giving birth of these children is already at stake. If God destined you to be a footballer, and then suddenly you had an accident with a bike and they cut off your leg, you discover that the fulfillment of that destiny as a footballer is already with a serious question mark. Or somebody that heaven have destined you to be an athlete, and then from the beginning you have seen your life battling with health issues that has to do with health, issues that have to do with your heart. You discover that you can't go more than what you need to do. You discover that the enemy want to vow you will not get that thing. Anytime you see battle going on over your life or going around you, is a sign that there is a destiny the devil don't want you to fulfill. But hear me and hear me well. Whether the devil like it or not, that destiny you will fulfill it.
Amen.
I expected your amen to be louder.
Amen.
Lift your hand and say, my destiny.
My destiny.
IG Newman. I will fulfill that destiny.
I will fulfill that destiny.
IG Newman. I will fulfill that destiny.
I will fulfill that destiny.
If you believe it, shout amen.
Amen.
Jesus said, I come to fulfill what was written. He goeth to fulfill it. And I want you to know that while the devil is fighting to cage destiny, that destiny will not fulfill, the first symptom of a caged destiny is number 1, near success. Everybody say near success. There are people that when you see your life full of near success, I nearly made it. And when we were in the village, they said nearly does not kill a bird. I nearly made it. I nearly got there. People are taking jam. Maybe the cutoff mark is 250. You ended in 248. Nearly. Anytime you discovered in your life, nearly is a sign that your destiny has been trapped somewhere. You collected, you had a pregnancy, the seed you are believing to give birth to. Nearly you miscarry it. You miscarry it. It's a sign that there is a force battling over your destiny. And I'm standing here as a voice of God to declare for someone here, any voice speaking near success to you, today I silence that voice.
Amen.
Did you say that amen well?
Amen.
And I guarantee for everyone here hearing the sound of my voice,
I receive.
if God sent me, I place my hand on my head and I say, and because he sent me, I said to you,
I receive.
Next month you are returning with your testimony.
Amen.
Before I remove my hand on my head, if you say that amen again, I receive it. 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 It's like the one they call the Battle of Pisgah, where Moses climbed the mountain and the Lord said to him, look, he saw the land, but the Lord said to him, you will not enter. When somebody's life is controlled by near success, you see opportunities, but you can never announce them. You see real things. And like the guy that said that told us today, appointment letter was given already. They told him, come and pick appointment letter. And in the realm of the spirit, in the dream, he saw himself in their village carrying appointment letter. And then they collected it from him in the village in the dream. And he woke up. Till then, till today, the job they said is available up to now have not entered his hand. That is the spirit of near success, and is a sign that his destiny is caged. Anytime somebody said to you, send me your account, and when you send the account, it still hang 1 month, 3 months, nothing, you have not received anything, is a sign of near success. Is a sign that there is something walking around the clock of your destiny. Anytime people see you, they say, If you had come here yesterday, you would have gotten this thing you are looking for. It's a sign of the battle over a caged destiny. Somebody married, somebody finished, immediately saw you, say, "Ay, baby, if I had seen you." That is to tell you, Joe, you are in trouble. Your destiny is under a serious contention of siege, battle over caged destiny. Anyone here hearing my voice, it's only if God not sent me. But if God sent me, I declare,
I receive.
any cage over your destiny, I order it, break in the name of Jesus. Break in the name of Jesus. Everybody shout, break.
Break.
Louder.
Break.
Again.
Break.
Again.
Break.
Again.
Break.
Again.
Break.
Again.
Break.
Again.
Break.
The second one is war at the edge of breakthrough. Everybody say war.
War.
Louder.
War.
At the edge, there are people at the edge of their breakthrough. They now come to it as it is about for them to say, "Thank you, Jesus." They lost it. This occurs when nothing comes easy for you. Every stage of your life is tough. Even while people are having a smooth ride through, it is war for you to go to school, war for you to get a job, war for you to get married, war for you to get children, even to pay your children's school fees. Meeting with your basic needs every time is war. In 1 Chronicles chapter 4 verse 9, we heard the story of a young man called Jabez. He was an excellent man. The Bible told us that he was more honorable. He is an honorable man, which means he was a respected man, a man with integrity, a man that have a right stand with God. Yet his life was surrounded with struggle and battle. There are people, they serve God, hear me, they know they commit sin, no, they know they lie. Their life, they devoted it for God, but things never work well. Others, when they were in the school, were jumping from one party to others, roaming from one area. They know them with bad life. All of them are married and had children. Many of them are living comfortable. Yet the one who were married from the primary to secondary to university, nobody has ever approached you and said, "I want to marry you." They have not lived a bad life, yet things are not working smooth in their life. The journey of their life are locomotive. Anytime you see your destiny and your life gambling like that, things are not smooth. Watch out. Something has happened to the destiny of that child. But as a prophet of the Most High, do you know my assignment today is that anywhere they trapped your destiny, anywhere they caged your destiny, today I command that cage to break now. Break now. Everybody shout, break. Louder. Say, every satanic cage, over my life, wherever you are, break by fire. Open your mouth and command it to break by fire.
Break by fire. Every satanic cage over my life, I command you,
The third one I want you to handle is when you notice in your life of dreams of bondage. Dreams of backwardness. Anytime you are in a dream, you see yourself flying to many countries. You see yourself even in an aeroplane, but you never enter Okada. It's a sign that your destiny is in trouble. I told you people, I said, don't joke with your dream. There are people that call dream that is just a merry pair of life. Those people enters into trouble upon trouble because they don't understand their dream. The Bible said Joseph dreamed, and his dream took him into bondage, took him into trouble. And then yet he dreamed another dream, and that dream brought him from the prison and took him into the palace. There are dreams that will take you down, and there are dreams that will lift you. There are dreams of demotion, and there are dreams of promotion. And anytime you see the dream of demotion, is a sign of caged destiny. Some people will tell you, I don't dream at all at all. That is wahala. Anybody will know the dream is in trouble, because your dream is like your monitor that reflects what is going on in the realm of the spirit. Think what would have happened if the husband of Mary, Joseph, did not dream. If angel did not appear in the dream and tell him to take the child and run down to Egypt, what would have happened to the life of Jesus and Mary? It would have been a disaster. Think about it. You need a dream. But anytime there are dreams that if you dream them is telling you are in bondage. That dream of going back to the village, that dream of seeing yourself in the old building your family left stated, that dream of serving your old master you have left. You are in his house still cleaning the car. You are in the house still cleaning everywhere. Anytime you dream a dream of where you are carrying firewood, is a sign of load. Anytime you dream a dream of bathing naked in the dream, is a sign of shame, public shame and public assault. Anytime you see yourself, you are looking for a place to ease yourself, you are looking for a place to go and to wee-wee or to go to toilet, and you are trying to cover yourself, it was in the dream, and you saw yourself people everywhere, and you are trying to hide yourself, and you are already naked, is a sign of shame coming on your way. And anytime you dream them, don't hesitate, fire it. Anytime you dream a dream of going back to write exam in the old primary school with old primary school uniform you wore before when you were in the primary, is a sign of backwardness. You are about to return back to backwardness. The enemy has programmed backwardness to you, and peradventure you are here and they did your own and conjure it in the dream, and they send you back to Egypt. Today I command you to return back to where you belong.
Amen.
Return back to where you belong.
Amen.
If you say that amen, well, collect your answer.
Amen.
Collect your answer.
Amen.
Voice and shout fire.
Fire.
There are some people that dream the dream that will always make them as if they remain slave forever. Anytime you have such dreams, know it, your destiny is in cage. Anytime you dream you see tortoise, or you are packing snail, is a sign of slow. That destiny, the speed you have in life, they have pedaled the brake and you are now moving slow. And I speak to someone's destiny here. Anything that limits your speed in life, any power that is limiting your speed in life, before the end of this month, let that power expire.
Amen.
Shout that even louder.
Amen.
Another sign that when you see it, you know that your destiny is under cage, is when you discover that your progress is limited. Anytime you want to move fast, you discover that the more effort you put, you see the less result. Just like the sister that told us the story, how he helped the sister and the sister claimed the property. Now she came to Abuja and she came to stay with her, and before you know it, the one she's doing, everything went down. It's purely caged destiny. Before that, your sister come down here, he entered somewhere before coming. He made an incantation somewhere before coming here. And if there is anybody that work out for you anywhere, as a servant of the Most High, I command them to destroy now.
Amen.
If you shout that amen again, it will work for you.
Amen.
Number what now? Always you desire things but never possess them. You wish you build a house, you wish you do this, but the more effort you put in order to get that thing, the more far the thing is running away from you. I want to buy a car. More effort I put, the more the car is running away. The more effort I make, I desire to get married. The more I desire to marry, the more husbands are running away. I desire to get a wife, but the more I see ladies I will marry, the more they run away from me. You discover that the more thing you desire good things, it doesn't come. You desire to have children are not forthcoming. Anytime you see that the good desire of the things you desire to come and it's not coming, then know it that something is wrong with the cage destiny. Number 5, anytime you see yourself adjusting to negative life because things are not working out, you started stealing because money no come. If they send you on errand, you now go and add your own. You were not doing it before. You started stealing to make ends meet. You started stealing in order to get money for you to pay your house rent. That thing was not in your blood, but because there is no money, you begin to adjust to negative life just for you to make ends meet. You were not a fornicator before, but today you are living a life of immoral life, just anyhow, sleeping around with men, sleeping around with women, just for you to get money to pay your school fees, to you to get money to pay your house rent. It means that your destiny is in trouble. Anyone hearing the sound of my voice whose destiny is bound on this kind of situation, before I step down from this altar, your destiny is broken out from that cage. Amen. If you shout that amen louder, later and answer. The next one is when you discover that your helpers are nowhere to be found. People that's supposed to be a help to you, you don't see helper. Your right, no helper. Left, no helper. Before you, no helper. Even when you turn back, those ones that were there before, they have all left. Anytime you see it in your life, know it that your destiny is in trouble. But I want to say to someone today, before we leave here, you will even see a sign. Your helper will look for you. Amen. Are you saying that amen well?
Amen.
And I want to pray for everybody here. And this prayer I want to pray for you that are listening to me and those who are watching me, is that from today, anybody doing guy for you because of car, doing guy for you because of house, doing guy for you because of wanting on the other they have, from today, that thing they are doing guy for you, God will give it to you double. Amen. Shout out amen louder, it will come now. Amen. I say it will come double. God will do it for you to know.
Yes, Lord.
That he's interested.
Amen.
I say he's interested.
Amen.
And I prophesy for you looking at me today.
I receive.
You will not go down.
Amen.
I say you will not go down.
Amen.
I say you will not go down.
Amen.
You will not go down.
Amen.
You will not go down.
Amen.
Anytime you discover that the quality of your life is losing value, people don't value you anymore. You don't have prestige anymore. Your destiny is in trouble. But I'm here to recollect it.
Amen.
Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for that?
Yes.
And I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, the cage that they used on you, I don't know the altar they did it. I know the reason why you are here, you are connected to us, is because you believe that your freedom is here this week. You believe your freedom is here this week?
Yes, sir.
That hand that you lifted now, I lift my own too.
I receive.
And I declare right now,
I receive.
Any cage over your destiny, I command it to break now.
Amen.
I want you to shout that amen 7 times.
Amen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Amen.
Before we pray, how do you break out of this cage? He said, I come as it is written in the volume of the book. There is a book written with your name. In destiny, there is a book written with your name. Look, Bill Gates may not be the richest person in the world. It could be you. I don't know if you are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
Because there is a book written with your name, and that book carries what you will fulfill. In the book of Jephthah, Judges chapter 11, the Bible told us about the story of a man called Jephthah. He was born into a family as a bastard. The family hated him, they sent him out. But when he left, instead of him to be crying that my family have rejected me, the Bible said he went into the land of Tob and began to build on his strength. Anytime people reject you, it is time to build on your capacity. It is not time to sit down and cry. It is not time to lament. It is not time to blame your brother that didn't sponsor you to school. It is not time to blame anybody. Rather, it is time to build on your capacity. Don't blame anybody. They don't have the key to your destiny. Don't blame that people are not there to help you. But build on your strength. There was a time in my journey of life, anytime I'm going to preach, I will carry members of my team. At the beginning, I'll carry about 4 or 5 people, so that when I preach and pray, they will move around and lay hands. Until one day the Lord said to me, you don't need them around you. I said, you don't need them around you. You carry what it takes for these 7 people following you. You can stand and declare that thing they are doing one by one, I will do it at the meantime. And like play like Job, I started it, and before you know it, the Lord will move into action and things are done. I say, wow. Imagine when Joshua carried the anointing of God, the prophet of God Moses, and the Lord, the Bible recorded that the Lord took the spirit from him and gave it to how many people? 72 people. He distributed. In one man, there are things in you that can be duplicated to many. It will only take you to discover it. Don't sit down. If they close the one door, another door will open. It's Robert Schuller that wrote a book that said tough time never lasts. Like tough people too. If the problem becomes tough, be tougher than the problem. If the problem, there is a time you will tough yourself rich, the problem will beat. Don't sit down and complain and blame anybody. Be tough. And then the journey of your destiny, the next thing you need to do, break out. Acknowledge Jesus. Because on your own strength, you can't make it. You need a divine support. You need a divine help. And this is where submitting your life to the Lordship of Jesus is paramount. Forget about other people who are making it the way they are making it. But I want you to know that let Jesus reign in you. Let him be the Lord of your life. He gives you the support. Look at me. Nobody believes that this person standing here will ever ride again, talk less of Napep. People didn't believe in me. People never believed that I will ever come to become anything. People that I met when I was coming up, for somebody to give me 5 alive and garden egg and ask me, have you eaten this thing before? For somebody to look at me and say, come down from my car, you will dirty my car. We came out from the same fellowship. I entered his car and he had the mouth to use his mouth to tell me, get down from my car, you will dirty my car. People didn't believe in me. I told you the one that looked at me and said, and slapped me, gave me a dirty slap, and said to me after he slapped me, he said to me, if I sell my watch, I will lock you. I started begging him, please don't lock me. He slapped me. They didn't believe Jesus said, time will tell.
Time will tell.
It's time. Don't listen to them. They may not believe in you. But I believed in myself. I believed in what God has in me. I may not look like it before them. I told you the one I met in a corn oil free station there in Lube. A man 14 years ago, I came to his house. I told you the story. But for the interest of those who didn't hear the day, I tell you. The wife came to our fellowship. I didn't know there is a way that there are in family that at least the woman will tell the husband that people coming to pray in their house. The woman just came after fellowship, asked me, brother, hey, please, I would like you and the other brothers to come and pray for us in our house. As good Christians with our clean heart, we now tell them, okay, we are coming tomorrow after mass. After mass, we land in their house. We enter. We started. I can't forget one of the songs we were singing at that time in the man's house. When we were still praising God, and then suddenly we sat down. And then we hear pa 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 at the gate. They went and opened the gate. It was the husband of the woman. Immediately he came in and he heard us sharing the word of God. He just walked in and dropped the key on the table. And what came out of his mouth? Who brought these rags here? Get out of this house and see Jesus. When the man started shouting and the wife started begging, I know we're already in trouble. I said, God, oh, save us today. Oh. We're all panicking. The man was, and the thing that I can't forget that is that while the man was shouting, the dogs in the cage at the entrance of the door started barking. Whoa, 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 hey! And I said to the brothers with me, watch. When the man immediately the man entered the inner room, I don't know what he was going to bring. Also, the other was followed me. The other person followed me. But they shouted on me and the brothers. Immediately we dabbed out, and then the dog didn't follow us. We said to thank God. Just so the immediately we dabbed out. We prayed outside and we left. I said I met that man in Cornwall Fleet Station there. I was getting fuel and I saw a man wearing a singlet shirt with a gallon of 1 gallon to take fuel. He was the one that came close to me and said, brother IG, praise the God. I said, He now immediately I look at him very well, I recognize him. I said, how manage? He said he's living here. I said, so let me take fuel. Immediately I went out and packed. I now said to him, how are you doing? He said, I have been here. Oh. This was a man living in GRA then. I said to him, what are you doing with the gallon of fuel? He said, I came to buy the fuel I'm selling in front of our house. With 1 gallon. I said, what happened? What of your wife? He said, my wife don't let me go. Eh? And you are here. He said, I'm managing here. I am just managing. In fact, I didn't want to talk much. Because he may be talking much, I'll be moved to do more than what I want to do. I dipped my hand and brought 10,000. I said to him, manage this one. Immediately he collected that money. He said to me, please wait. He knelt down and said to me, please pray for me that God will change my story. That was when I remembered 14 years ago, I came into his house. He chased me out and called me rag. Now he's kneeling outside in the public, asking me to pray for him. One day, those who neglected you will do for you. Amen. If you shout that, then I will receive an answer. Don't worry about them. Carry your Jesus. Yes, sir. Embrace your Jesus. When things are going tough, embrace your Jesus. Don't leave Jesus. Hold your Jesus. Remain with your Jesus. Whether you see the answer or not, remain with Jesus. Don't give up on him. Hold on to him. If you didn't pay today, it will pay tomorrow. Those who serve him have never regretted serving him. You will not regret him. You will not regret serving him. Stand on your 2 legs and lift your hand. Say, Father, I surrender to you.
I surrender to you.
Lift your hand and surrender. Just say after me, say, Jesus, come into my life. Be the Lord and the Master of my life. Today, in this week program, I surrender totally my life. Jesus, you are the master of my life. I ask you today, reign in my life. I reject Satan and all his empty promises. Jesus, I confess you as my Lord and my Savior. Come and reign in my life. If you believe in this prayer, let me hear amen. I want us to pray a rocket prayer, 2 minutes rocket prayer. Say, by fire, by thunder.
By fire, by thunder.
Your voice is not audible. Loud and clear.
By fire, by thunder.
My destiny.
My destiny.
Come on.
Come on.
Open your mouth and command it to come out.
By fire, by thunder, I command my destiny to come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Fire.
Listen to what we are going to do now. I just want us to pray this prayer. Let it carry fire. I want you to close your eyes and now and say, every demonic power.
Every demonic power.
Is that the loudest you can shout it?
Every demonic power
that caged my destiny.
That caged my destiny.
Release me now.
Release me now.
Open your mouth and command it to release you now.
Every demonic power that caged my destiny, I command you. Release me now. Release me now. By fire. Release me. Release me. Release me. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire. Release me. Release me. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Say any trap.
Any trap
Holding my destiny.
holding my destiny.
Break by fire.
Break by fire.
Your mouth and command
Any trap that is holding my destiny, I command you. Break. Break.
Listen to this, please. If you are here and you didn't know that man was a occultic man, and now you discover that man is threatening your life, you didn't know how you dealt with you started with that occultic man, all of a sudden now he's threatening after your life, appearing in your dream, coming to torment your life. I want you to stand here now. If you know you dealt with and you deal with occult man without knowing, stand here on this altar quickly. I want to loose you from that bondage. Whatever they took away from you, lift your hand. Everybody now lift your hand wherever you are. Say every occultic altar.
Every occultic altar.
Close your eyes. You will see yourself coming out of that altar now.
Amen.
Say every occultic altar.
Every occultic altar.
Where my destiny is held.
Where my destiny is held.
Release me now.
Release me now.
Shout it. Release me now.
Release me now.
Watch out. Something. They'll be removing that things from your body.
Amen.
They're releasing you now. Say release me now.
Release me now. Power for release. Power for freedom is coming. It's coming. It's coming. Upon somebody. Upon somebody.
You are going to shout fire with that stop when I say 1, 2, 3, go. Everybody go to the crane and there's the plan of fall. You releasing fire. Those who are caught in church with grace. 1, 2, 3, go.
Fire. Fire. Release. Release. Out.
If you are here and somebody say, let me see how you will make it. Somebody say, over my dead body will you marry? Will you succeed? Will you do this? Come here. Everybody lift your hand. Any voice that said over your fire. Lift your hand. Say, Father. Any voice that said over their dead body. They will not see me succeed. I will succeed. And they will die. When I say 1, 2, 3, as you shake your body and shout this fire, that arrow returns back to sender quickly. 1, 2, 3, go! Return to your seat. Wait, lift your hand again. When you return to your seat, lift your hand. My God. Say, Father, anywhere they are calling my name for destruction, scatter them by fire. Do you believe in that prayer? Do you believe in that prayer?
Yes, sir.
Before I give the fruit of the womb people wine, as normal, hear me. Your destiny. Somebody here will begin to dash people car like money. It's not going to be next year. This year. Do you agree with me? This year. Somebody, Lona will remember, a guy gave a testimony while we were in Lagos. He said he came to Abuja and he saw Battle of Midnight in somebody's house in Abuja here in Garki. And then when he saw the Facebook line on the Battle of Midnight, he decided to like and connect. On connecting, he discovered we are going to have a program in Lagos. He said, hey, and the place, the place is in trade fair. He now left Gariki here and came down to Lagos. He said, Jesus. He said that day when he came, we were firing prayer. He said that prayer, he never prayed that kind of prayer before. He said, but the one that surprised him was when we started to say, so see. He said, I called 1 million. Jesus. He said, hey. He said his brain did like this. He said the thing came again. He went outside the trade fair, God bless, and was there. He said it was Kingsley that met him and said, this one, you are outside. Why are you doing? He said, it seems this your guy no know that I never see one to chew. And he's calling millionaire. That level me, I never reached there. He said, go inside and join. He said it was when he came in that when we called 200, he now came and said, is it not if I get 200, I will give them? He said he came in and joined. And we gave them wine to drink. He said, I drank the wine. I carried the paper, they put me. I said, God, it's only when you give me, I'll give them. Carry the thing, put it inside the bucket. He said, after the program, he came back to Abuja. He said, he didn't know that we were staying in Abuja. He said, he now came back to Abuja. And then suddenly, he said, somebody gave him a contract, a little job, that exactly it was that 200,000. And he said, quickly, he just went and dropped the money in the bank. He said, while he was in Gariki, somebody now called him in Lagos. He said, while he landed in Lagos, the first thing they gave him was a containers of plug. He finished the first one, made 1.7. The next one, 3.7. The next one, point. He said to pay. He said, I know you 2 years. It's not up to 2 years now. I came in contact with this man. He said, now this is the picture of my building. I have finished my house and I have packed into my house. All of you here, especially these women believing God for fruit of the womb, tomorrow please tell your friends and also all the women who are pregnant, I will give you wine. And this wine I'm giving to you was a wine they brought to us. Father Ede gave the sister that went for us to Eleni. He prayed over it, gave me even the sticker to put in my car, gave me other prayer book to pray. He said, take this one to IG. And then he brought it to me. And I said, all these women believing God for the fruit of the womb, I will just drop it into your hand. You will drink. Tomorrow, I will still add it into your hand. That thing that appeared to be impossible, as long as the grace of God upon this ground is, within 24 hours, you will see a miracle in your hand. Amen. Those who shout that amen, shout it louder. Amen. I prophesy for all of you here. I receive. Your destiny is out of cage. Amen.
We believe you have been blessed. For additional information, contact us on 0803 447 2328 or 0701 366 2001. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at IG Newman. For days of activities, we meet every first and third Saturdays of the month at 8 a.m. and Thursdays and Fridays before the Saturday. If a man can pray, there is a God to answer. God bless you as you come.